to Chase Field. Steve Berthune, Bob Renly, and Daniel Hudson along the way. Thanks for stopping by. We got you for an inning or two here.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to be up here. You guys got a good seat up here.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Not as good as the dugout.
Yeah, I don't know. There's usually some big-bodied guy in my way. I'm trying to get out of the way and can't see anything.
So this is where we are right now. That's sort of what we look at from up here.
Right. Yeah, it's a great view.
And I imagine the view on the mound would probably be the one you'd prefer to be looking at right now. How are things going? Where do things stand? Give Diamondback fans a chance of sort of an update.
Well, they're going about as well as they can. The first 2 months, I was telling everybody the worst part of the rehab. Luckily, I knew what I was getting myself into when everything was going on, and we found out what was going to happen. And but yeah, like I said, the first 2 months are pretty slow and pretty tedious. So once you get past that, and you're able to start doing more athletic stuff, it's when it usually starts to go faster.
Always told that's the worst part of rehab. I talked with Aaron Hill actually about that this week, is that you work just as hard as you do when you're playing, only at the end of the day there's no reward. You just get to get up and do it again, right?
Yeah, definitely. It is kind of rough, especially just having to watch the games and stuff like that. And when the guys go on the road, we're up at Salt River and doing our rehab and everything, and we go home, and it's hard for me to not put the game on and just kind of wish that I was on the road with the guys and out there battling with them.
We got a lot of injured pitchers. We just saw Trevor Cahill and Brandon McCarthy down there, but fortunately there's some depth like we have tonight with the youngster Tyler Skaggs. You got a scouting report on us for Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, what you see is what you get. You're going to get good velocity, and hopefully he's commanding that velocity. Looked like he is so far tonight, and then he can drop that big power hook in there whenever he wants to as well.
How important is that straight changeup for him? We've seen him use that already tonight against a couple of the right-handed hitters in the Padres lineup.
It definitely is. Anything you can get that kind of gives him a different look away from his fastball and his curveball, because obviously those are his two best pitches. And for a right-hander, when the ball is breaking in on him, he can probably get the bat on it a little bit better and easier than a changeup when it looks a lot like a fastball and then it just dives out of there.
There it is on the Phantom Cam at 3,000 frames a second in super slow-mo. There's the strikeout of Jed Jerko, and a good start here for Tyler in the second.
Honey, let me ask you this. You got a guy like Tyler Skaggs, and I'm sure you guys all talk down there in the dugout between starts, but you got a guy with a big snapdragon curveball like that. Do you ever ask him, how do you hold that? How do you get so much revolution? How do you make it break so far?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. For the most part, you're going to get a curveball like Tyler's got is kind of one in a million. You're not going to get too many curveballs like that. It reminds me a lot of watching Barry Zito pitch when he was back with Oakland. So, you're going to get a curveball that, when you're watching at home on TV, sometimes gets up and leaves the camera sometimes and comes down and drops in for a strike. So, obviously, I'm not going to be able to have that in my repertoire from where I throw from, so I don't even really ask him about it too much.
0-1 and Nick Hundley now. So what's it like going through this year as a member of this team and all the ups and downs? I mean, injury aside, you're as much a part of this team as you ever have been, that's for sure. It's been quite a ride. I know it's been a ride for us up here. What's it been like down there?
Yeah, at times, obviously, it can get pretty down in the dugout down there, especially when we're going bad. And you look up on the scoreboard and see LA doing as well as they are, and kind of lose grip on where we are in the standings there over the last couple of weeks. But at the same time, we still got 60 some odd games left or whatever, how many we have left, and we got a long ways to go and about 2 months left, so we can hopefully make a run and get in front of those guys again.
How we just saw Randall Delgado. Were you here for that last night?
I was. That was a lot of fun to watch. He was special last night.
We'll take another look at that Tyler Skaggs curveball, Daniel, and just watch his arm after release. Watch all the strain and stress on this pitching arm after he lets the ball go. Elbow rotating, wrist turning in, the shoulder coming through. It's no wonder you guys are good friends with orthopedic surgeons.
Seriously, it is a lot of stress on the arm, but we'll take that any day of the week when we're healthy.
A nice one.